Welcome, everybody, to a special episode of the Bailey Banter. It's episode 104, and we have two guests that we're really excited to have today. The two authors of the new book, the Arvelia. I got it? I did it, right? Okay, good. Well, welcome to the Bailey Banter, Lewis and Dayna. You've been a part of the group for what, 5 years now? So
has it been that long?
It's been that long. God. We've known you forever. Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So congratulations on the book.
Thank you.
Why don't you guys tell us a little bit about yourselves?
Okay, so I'll go first. So you all know me. Hi, I'm Dayna. I'm one of the mods on the Suspish squad. I am 32 years old. I have two doggies. I absolutely love reading. I love true crime, as you all know. And yeah, I ended up writing a book, and we're very excited to tell you about it.
My name is Lewis Dedman. I'm 31 years old from South London. I've got one dog. I run my own business, it's a pest control company, but I also specialise in deer management, and I was an assist on the Arvelia.
Very cool.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for being here with us.
Yeah,
no problem. My pleasure.
When Dayna told us that she was doing this project, we were super excited for her. We were like, oh my God, can't wait to read it.
So was I.
So we have some, I would say, future fan questions to ask you guys to get to know a little bit about you and your project here. So what sparked your interest in this story and the subject?
So I've always had a love for reading. I love all sorts of fiction, non-fiction. And Dayna came to me one day and said that she was having a little bit of writer's block and she wasn't too sure. So we started going through the book, and I thought, this is quite good so far. And then we started bouncing some ideas off of each other. A lot of the time in between my regular jobs, I was sitting on trains and having hour-long conversations about what we should do here and there. But I believe it came out really good in the end. And yeah, I'm very proud of Dayna for what she's done.
Love that.
Yeah. What about you, Dayna?
Well, it kind of started, you know, when you start something and you always think, oh, I'll finish it, and you never go back to something. That was always me. I was always the project starter. And then this particular time I started writing, and like Lewis says, I hit this block and I just thought, oh, I'm just going to pack in. So I mentioned it to him and he was like, no, like, let's have a go and let's have, bounce the ideas. And then we started to think way ahead and was like, oh, what if this happened? What if that happened? And it started to become like real. And I was like, I really want to finish this. And it became like a passion to actually finish this book. And we've already planned 2 sequels. So
that's awesome. Really? Okay. So Stephanie and I have some like background on this because we have seen her get super excited in our chat. Like, oh, I finished this chapter, or I did this, or so these little milestones, like we watched Dayna go through them. So to see her finish this and because we know it was a long road and it's a lot of work to do something like this. So I'm so proud of you guys.
Yeah,
it was a very long road. I have to say that we did it in a very backwards way as well, because we knew how the book was ending before we'd even know how to start it, and we had all these different, all of these different things that were happening throughout the book, and we somehow managed to tie them all together. And then we got very proud of ourselves when we actually worked out how to interlink them all. And I believe it worked out very well. I believe it all came together very well.
What is the book about?
So the book, without giving anything away, there is a young girl, 17-year-old girl, Clara, and she's wanted to get out of her hometown of Eldridge forever. And she's finally becoming 18. She's leaving school. She gets to, go into the real world and the big world or whatever. And things start to happen. And these things are not of this world.
Oh.
And she gets tied into this whole thing with a friend who's an enigmatic woman called Cordelia, and yeah, just stuff starts happening and it goes wild. I'm sure Lewis can put a different spin on it, but I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah, I believe the book has elements of everything in it. Everything you could want in a good novel or novella, this book has got. There's a lot of danger, there's a lot of tragedy. I believe the way that Dayna's put it all together is actually perfect in that regard. So, I mean, I know I'm biased to the book, but I do believe that as far as books go, it's a pretty good one.
So as far as like what influenced this book, were there any personal experiences you guys had that translated into this book?
I would say that there's not direct experiences, but we have drawn on things that similar isn't really the word, but we've drawn on experiences that we have had and sort of put them into the book. I mean, again, not to give too much away, but I make my own cameo in the book.
Oh, okay.
Which Dayna found
like
hilarious
that.
when she did it. And there's little Easter eggs in there as well. There's things that you wouldn't spot straight away, but if you were to really focus, you would pick up on these little Easter eggs that we put in to add our own personal touch on it.
Oh, that sounds really cool. Oh, I can't wait to read it. Okay, so
I love Easter egg stuff.
Yes, me too. Oh my God. Okay, so as far as because you have a full-time job, Lewis, right? And Dayna is a new mommy. We're Ganties, we're very proud aunties. So how do you guys find the time to do something this large, like this big, and put it together? And look how beautiful the cover is. The cover, I was looking at it when I was designing the background. I'm like, this is an amazing cover.
I knew exactly what, because the Arvelia, I'll give this little thing away. The Arvelia is the box.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Okay.
Being on the, it's not obvious, but it's obvious at the same time. And we went through, so like I would literally take any spare minute and be like, oh, I'm just gonna write, another 10 sentences, and then it'd turn into 20 sentences, and then I'd be on the phone to Lewis because he was on the train going to a job that'd take him an hour, so we'd be on the phone for an hour whilst I was sitting and typing and writing down notes, and just any time that we had spare, I'd sit writing and take it like writing sort of plot points and saying, oh, maybe this could be in it. Yeah, well, what about this? That we'll add that into it. And yeah, just any time I had spare, we were just on the phone with each other.
Yeah, I'd say it took quite a while to put it all together as well. So it was little drips and drabs here and there, but there's a lot of people in central London that think I'm a bit of a crazy man because they've overheard conversations that Dayna and been having about the book. But, to someone on the outside, it looks like I'm a bit mental. But no, it was literally every spare second we had. I mean, I do a lot of traveling for my work anyway, so for me it wasn't too bad. And Dayna's always on the phone to me as it is because we ring each other daily. And I have to say, from my personal standpoint, I really enjoyed having that time with Dayna and talking it through and just listening to how excited she got about some of the ideas, both mine and hers. And, it's quite nice to be able to go through that process with someone. And to see the end result. And I can't take credit either for the cover and things like that. That was all Dayna. She's done the bulk of the work on the book. I just assisted here and there.
The cover is absolutely breathtaking. Like, you don't know what it is. It's so mysterious. Like, you don't know what it is, but it's beautiful. And you're like, what is that? But thank you for that hint, that little clue. Okay.
It doesn't change the book at all.
Okay.
To know that. But, yeah. It makes you want to read it more now because you're like, what is this?
I'm interested in knowing because you guys had you have the supernatural aspect in the book. What kind of research did you guys do?
Yeah.
Well, I spent hours researching sort of what, like different mythologies, different theories, different legends, different like plants, different, like everything that I've put in there is sort of true to life, so it's all from a realism.
Nice.
Yeah, and I believe we drew on some experience because we both have experience with supernatural sort of things anyway. So we managed to draw on experience, like for instance the the tree. Again, I won't give too much away, but that personally came from me, which I'm quite proud of. But again, it sort of fit in. But Dayna had a very strong image of where she wanted to go with it, and where she didn't. There were realms that she didn't want to cross, which did make things a little bit tricky, because then you'd have to go back to the drawing board to work out how we could get round certain things. But again, that added to the excitement of writing the book, I believe.
So you said that there's 2 more books?
Yes.
Oh,
Will
wow.
be.
There will be.
Yeah. The second one, we've pretty much got sort of half the story done. It just has to be written.
Oh my God.
Okay.
This is like the new supernatural Harry Potter. What was it like publishing something like this? What was the struggles that you had along the way?
I think, like Lewis said, we would get to a certain point and then sort of go, well, what happened to the thing? And we'd sort of get stuck, and we'd be like, oh no. And there was a few times that we hit a total block, and we kept having to say, like, what if this happened? No, it can't, because this has already happened. And we had to really sort of delve through things. And at one point, I remember we were really stuck. And then it turns out I'd actually already written something right at the beginning that could tie it in. And I was like, oh, I've already written it. And it was like a light bulb moment.
Yeah, and I think we picked apart each other's ideas to the nth degree. One of us would come up with an idea and we'd say, okay, that's good, but have you considered this, this, and this? And then you start going down all these different rabbit holes. And there was a lot of overall, I think the ideas that did settle with were probably the best ones we could have chosen out of the myriad of different ones that we threw out there.
I bet you guys have like a whole office full of just stuff that didn't make it in the book and that you're putting in. I bet, because I mean, when you're writing something, there's so many ideas that you kind of like, oh, for next one, or right? And you just kind of, you probably have a whole different book just sitting in your office.
There is a couple of like lined paper books that are just full of no.
One of the biggest challenges as well, I believe, is you don't want to write yourself into a corner, because we knew that we were going to write at least a second book. And if you're not too careful, you can write yourself into a corner to the point where the second book doesn't work. And now that we're discussing the second book, I believe again that we've managed to somehow wing our way through it to the point where it's starting to come together and make sense.
Yeah.
So with the second book, do you know how it ends? Are you working backwards?
We have an overview of how the book is going to go. We're sort of trying to do it a little bit differently this time, because we made it very difficult last time, starting at the end and then working back. So we're actually starting at the beginning this time. We're going to work our way forward from there. But the problem with Dayna and I is we tend to get ahead of ourselves. So we start with one idea and then we run with it, and then before you know it, we're 100 pages down the line and we haven't even got the first page of it.
So from start to finish, how long would you say this project took you guys?
Very good question.
At least I would say about a year. I think a year and a half.
Yeah, I'd say that. I mean, we probably could have done it a bit quicker, but like you say, the challenges in life that we've got our own lives going on as well. We had to work around it. So we probably could have done it a bit quicker. But again, it's more organic when you do it, I believe, because you've got time to go back and reevaluate things. And there were things that had made the first draft that we then cut out and changed. And I believe that the longer period of time actually was beneficial in the long run.
Yeah. I could see that.
I was so nervous doing it that my hands were like shaking as I was trying to type the things, and I was like, I don't want to do it.
For anybody who's watching this who is an inspiring writer, or maybe somebody who wants to get into this, or what would be your advice to them?
So I would say personally, if you hit a block, it's not the end of the world. You will find a way out of it. It's, you know, like, it's annoying and it's frustrating, and you can sit and think, you know, oh, I can't be bothered with it anymore. But there is always a way out of wherever you've got yourself. Even if you have to, you know, redact 4 pages, there's always a way of getting out of the corner that you've backed yourself into. So just keep going with it.
And I'd have 2 bits of advice. First of all, find yourself a Dayna, because she makes life a lot easier. And my second bit of advice would be just have fun with it. don't take it too seriously. Have fun. The conversations that Dayna and I had, they'll always be cherished memories to me, because we had some amazing conversations about the book. And then we still have inside jokes between us now about certain things in the book that we were talking about and the way we discuss them and things. So just have fun with it. You're writing a book. It's going to be a memory for life if it does get published. So you might as well enjoy it while you're on the road.
Can people find the book?
So this is on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon Kindle, and it's available right across the whole Amazon. So you can get it in India and all sorts. And the reason I say India is because on the back office thing, someone in India actually bought the book. Weird.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
They were one of the first people to buy the book, I believe.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
And if you want to put a pink-haired girl in your second book, I have no problem with that.
Do you know what? I might just do that now you've said that, Steph.
Stick that one on the drawing board.
This was amazing. Thank you guys so much for joining us this afternoon.
Yes, thank you.
No, thank you. It's my pleasure.
I can't wait. I'm going, at the minute we're done here, I am going to order the book. And yeah, I can't wait to read it. I'm really looking forward to this. Thank you guys so much.
I'm so excited just to hear what everyone thinks. Like, even if it's bad, tell me it's bad. I don't think it will be.
I don't think it's going to be bad. No.
I'd like to reiterate the point as well that I'm immensely proud of Dayna. I've known Dayna for many years, and I'm immensely proud that she's managed to do this, especially given everything that's going on in her life at the moment with the newborn and everything. It's a feat. It's definitely a feat.
Yeah, we're very proud of you too.
Yes, we are. So Stephanie, do we have any winners from last month for the group?
We do. We have our monthly challenge winner, and it is Carla Pruitt.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Make sure you contact Natalie.
Yes.
To claim your prize.
Yes. Well, I guess this wraps up our episode 104. And once again, thank you so much for joining us. This is really special.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
All right.
See you
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.